Hey, what's up, ladies? It's the relationship guru, Sydd Ferrell. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies. Now, before I get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And if you are a woman that needs relationship advice, or you want to learn more about how to think like a man, or why men do the things they do, act the way they act, and think the way they think, then I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with me. Link is in the description below, and I can help you out personally, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, brand new on my website, if you want me to coach you every step of the way, step by step, throughout your dating or relationship process and journey, and you want me to become your personal dating coach long term, then I have a special program just for you. Link is in the description below also, and I can help you out personally again, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, go pick up my brand new Girls Night card game. It's officially out. So if you're having a game night with your homegirls and you need something to do, then make sure you go pick up my Girls Night card game. It got a lot of fun questions and scenarios about love and relationships and everything all in between. So make sure you go pick that up. Link is in the description below, okay? And then on this hand, we got my brand new ebook. It's called Oh He's Toxic, Period. And if you never want to be played, used, or manipulated by a man ever again in your whole life, then make sure you go pick up that ebook right there because it's fire, okay? And again, link is in the description below for that also, okay? And also, if you are a woman and you love quotes, dating quotes, relationship quotes, and things like that, then I have something special just for you. I came up with my top 100, yes, 100 dating love quotes for women, right? So if you want to go get that, it's on my website. And again, as usual, the link is in the description below also, okay? So all that's out the way, and we gonna jump right into this video. And this video is titled, Men Are Intimidated by Women That Do These 5 Things. Right, ladies? So you may be wondering, what are some characteristics or some reasons why a man would be intimidated by you? Because it's a lot of men that they end up comparing themselves to you and they think it's a competition with you, or they think that you're out of their league. Basically, they feel like you are better than them, and it really destroys their ego and their masculinity because they're looking at you and you're so beautiful and talented and smart, and you got a lot going on. And sometimes men don't like the fact that they feel like they're beneath you. They feel inadequate. They feel like they don't measure up to your standard. They feel like you're at the top and they're at the bottom, and it makes them upset because they want to have control, power, and dominance over you. They want to be able to, just have you how they want you. They want to be able to have their way with you. They want to be able to get you wrapped around their finger, just attached and so attracted to them that, you'll bow down before them, right? And kiss their feet. It's a lot of men that they're just so upset at this new age of women, because the new age of women, they doing their thing out here. They graduating, getting degrees, getting good jobs, starting their own business, leveling up, looking beautiful, what I'm saying, getting all done up, wearing nice clothes and got a nice body, going to the gym, exercising, and it intimidates a lot of men because a lot of men feel like they can't have you. They feel like, you're their dream girl, but it makes them mad that they'll never achieve that dream, right? Or again, they just want power over you, or it's just an ego thing that they want to feel like they're on top, or they want to feel like they're the prize and not you, right? They want the woman to be a slave in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning, and they want you to lay on your back and give them booty and have babies, and that's all they reduce a woman to. They don't like the fact that a woman is able to build her own empire, that a woman is able to, level up, boss up, love herself, take care of herself, take care of her kids, take care of her family, and ultimately not necessarily need a man, right? And it's a lot of men that they're so upset at the fact that women are, just elevating in life. And meanwhile, a lot of men have been stagnant their whole life, or they've been, leveling down their whole life. Like they're not even acting like real men no more. They're not even performing like a real man should. And it makes them insecure at the fact that your life is better. You more happier in life than they are. And a lot of times, misery loves company, and hurt people hurt people. So a man, he might be miserable with his life, and he look at your life, and your life's so great, and he want to tear you down and bring you down. But most times you're not going for it because you're the prize, you're the catch, and you know your worth. So it really intimidates a lot of men, right? So anyways, ladies, in this video, I'm going to jump right to it, and we're going to discuss, per usual, my top 5. Yes, 5 reasons why a man will be intimidated by you, what makes a man scared and terrified of you, what makes a man's ego destroyed because he feels like you're better than him and he can't have you the way he wants you, right? So anyways, we're going to jump right to it. We're going number 1. So number 1, the first reason why a man will be intimidated by you, number 1 is when you make more money than him. So historically, back in the day, it was a point of time when women couldn't even work. Women couldn't work. Women couldn't own land. Women couldn't even get a driver's license. Women couldn't own property. Women couldn't have a bank account. Women could not do, y'all don't understand. Women couldn't vote. You do not understand how many privileges women did not have back in the day, especially in the United States, and I'm sure other countries too, but specifically, I'm from the US, so I'm gonna tell you about in the United States. Historically, the woman was like a second-class citizen. She didn't even have as many rights as the man, until the feminist movement came around and, equal rights and stuff, women couldn't even get a credit card at one point. Women couldn't own nothing, so women wasn't really working in the workforce like that, or even if they wasn't making a whole lot of money to be able to support themselves, right? So fast forward to today, it's a lot of women that, guess what? They making a whole lot of money. It's a lot of women that's balling out of control. It's a lot of women that, they got more money than the man that they're dating, or majority of men that come their way, they got more money than. And it really makes men really upset at the fact that women don't need them financially anymore. Men used to be able to have the power and control because they had the resources, and a woman's survival was based on a man's resources. You had to get with a man in order to survive. After you leave your parents' house, you really couldn't do nothing. You had to hurry up and get married to get a man so you could have, some type of access to wealth through that man. But now you don't need the man no more. You can go to school by yourself. You can graduate. You can start your own business. You can climb the corporate ladder, get a good job by yourself. And a lot of men, they lost their power over women. They can't just manipulate women with money. They can't tell you what to do. And the woman be scared that, hey, if I don't do whatever this man say, he gonna kick me to the curb and I'm gonna be broke and homeless. If I don't do what this man say, then I won't be able to even feed myself, right? So back in the day, yes, a lot of women stayed with a toxic man because she couldn't go nowhere. She didn't have no money or no privileges to be able to support herself on her own. So she had to stay there and get cheated on, lied to. He put his hands on her. He was cussing her out, calling her out her name, disrespecting her altogether. And what could she really do? She really couldn't do too much of nothing. But now, fast forward now to today, oh, that's not happening as much as it was back in the day. It do still happen, but back in the day, it was happening a lot more. Now a woman could up and leave. Now a woman can say, I don't need this. I can leave your house and get my own apartment. I can get my own house. I got my own car. I got my own money, my own bank account, my own job. I don't need you to feed me, and I don't need you for survival purposes no more. And a lot of men, they're mad and they're angry. It's some men even today feel like women shouldn't even work. They feel like women should not be in the workforce because, a man used to be able to walk up to a woman and any amount of money he had was sufficient. He could barely be getting by, barely have any money. And women standard was just happy just to have a man, just to have access to something. But now women's access to wealth, has with themselves has upgraded their lifestyle. So now they expect the man to reach that same lifestyle or higher, which is causing a lot of men to feel like they're not good enough. When you ride by in your nice car, when you got a Mercedes or a BMW, and he got a little Nissan or he got a little Honda or Toyota or something, he looking at your car like, how this woman got a better car than me? How this woman apartment nicer than mine? How this woman house bigger than mine? How this woman, got on designer clothes. She got on a Gucci Louis Vuitton bag and she got this nice dress on and she got this and that. And, he might not be able to afford designer and jewelry and, a certain lifestyle. He might look at you and say, this woman, she able to go out the country. She on vacation. She go out to eat at nice restaurants. It's some men, they can't go to those nice restaurants because they money not right. And they're ultimately mad that they cannot impress you with their money. A man used to be able to impress a woman with money. A man used to be able to, basically show up with some money and the woman just willing to do anything. But now women got their own money, so they look at the man like, well, what else you got? I got money too. Okay, you got money, I got money too. But what else can you do? What else? The woman looking at the man like, what else can you bring to the table, sir? Men always talking about what women can bring to. No, we take money off the table. The woman got her own money. She don't need your money. Now, how can you impress me? What can you bring to me? What value can you provide for my life that I can't provide for myself? And that intimidates a lot of men, especially a lot of men with money, because that's all they have to offer. It's a lot of men, all they have to offer is money. They don't have no personality. They don't have really no, it's no substance to them. Like they're boring. They're not even good people, right? But they used to just have money and money was their disguise. But now men can't hide behind their money no more, because a lot of women making way more money than the men. So a lot of men, they not getting as much booty as they was back in the day, and that's why a lot of men today, have you heard of the passport bros or men that go overseas to these other countries or third world countries or just other countries in general that may not be as wealthy as in America, you know, and they go for those women because those women look at him like, oh, he got money. He from America. He got money. I'm gonna give him some sex, and maybe I can get some citizenship, or maybe I can get access to a lot of wealth or whatever. Because maybe back in their country, they might not be as financially stable globally, you know, or nationally. Excuse me, nationally, you know, in their nation. So now, you know, they going overseas to go have sex in the Dominican Republic, or they go have sex with a woman, you know, overseas somewhere, or on an island somewhere, because they cannot get a woman in the United States. Why? Because a lot of women in the United States, or maybe, you know, elsewhere in a lot of other countries that's doing well, those women got their own money. So men want to feel needed, want to feel like a woman is desperate, like a woman want them so bad, and he could just dangle some money over her head and she willing to drop her drawers. But now a lot of men not getting as much booty as they used to get, you know. Or back in the day, men used to always have sex with women, just have some money, you know. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you know. And the woman ain't have nothing, couldn't own no property, couldn't have a bank account, couldn't have nothing. So she like, well, I'm gonna just get with whatever man, you know. Hey, I'm gonna get with you, you know. Hey, what's up? But now, when a woman got her own money, she not as easily impressed no more, right? So it makes men so upset. They're not getting no booty no more. They're not getting the attention from women no more. And the fact that, you know, women are making more money than them, and they are comparing themselves to you. They comparing their money and their lifestyle to you. They say, I can't go on those trips. I can't buy those nice clothes and accessories and whatever. I can't go to these nice restaurants. I can't do what you do. You know, I can't afford the lifestyle that you can afford, which is disqualifying a lot of men from being with a lot of women that do have their own money, because a lot of men can't even measure up. And those women, you know, they not looking, you know, women are hypergamous by nature. Women date up by nature. Women want the quote unquote alpha male, or the, you know, the biggest, strongest, most handsome, most money. You know, you looking for the top percent of men. You know, women are hypergamous. Women date up. Women want a man that got more money than them, or, you know, got more status, or doing well. You know, you want to be able to get a man that's doing his thing. But after a while, you know, it get lonely at the top. Have you ever heard that saying before? Like, after you reach a certain threshold of income, sometimes it's lonely at the top. Sometimes it's not a whole lot of men. Once you pass a certain amount of money, it's some men that majority of the men that's out there, you make more money than. So, you know, a lot of men like, man, I'm not even qualified to get the booty. Like, she look good, she fine, but it's nothing I can offer her. I can't pay her bills. Her bills are too expensive. I can't get her nails done, her hair done. That's too expensive. I can't take her out on no dates because the places that she want to go, I can't do it, you know? So a lot of men just angry at the fact that they don't measure up to you financially, right? So they just intimidated by you. They comparing themselves, and it's really diminishing their masculinity. It's making them feel like they're less of a man, because I got this woman, and this woman is outdoing me. And I'm supposed to be the breadwinner. I'm the man. I'm the one supposed to be running the show, not her. Why she got more fame and clout and status and success than me? Why she got more resources and wealth than me? And I'm the man, you know? So it's you know, misogynistic, you know, kind of connotations behind that too. So with all that being said, men are mad that women making more money than them. Okay, and they intimidated They don't even want to talk to you. They scared to even holler at a lot of women because they said, well, this woman too expensive. Look at her car. Look at her bag. Look at how nice her hair is. Like, she too expensive for me. I ain't got nothing to really offer her like that. So a lot of men, they have to date down a lot. They got to get the low hanging fruit, the little chicken heads and hoochie mamas and hood rats. They got to get whatever type of women off the street somewhere that will show them some type of attention, because the real women that got their own stuff together and don't need them for money, and they want more than just money, or they look at more things than just money. Now, the broke women, or women that's not all that, whatever, or not as attractive or whatever, yeah, they might be thirsty for a rich man or thirsty for a man that got money because they ain't got none. But the women that got their own money, that started their own business or got a good job, hey, what else can you do? What else do you do? What else can you offer me outside of money that I could really pay and buy myself? And most of these men don't even have as much money as you to even keep up with your lifestyle. So they automatically disqualify, right? And they know that, so they scared and they intimidated to even talk to you, or to even try to maintain a bond with you, or to try to get to know you, or try to take you seriously, because they know financially you just too expensive for them, right? So that's number one. So number two, the second reason why a man will be intimidated by a woman, number two, is you are a lot taller than him, or you're right at his height. So this is a big one. It's some men that let a lot of men under 6 feet. It's so many women out there that say, I want a man that's 6 feet. He makes 6 figures. He got 6-pack abs, and he got 6 inches down there, right? And so, speaking on the height, that 6 foot mark, a lot of men, the average American man is usually in between like 5'9", 5'10". That's like the average. 5'9", 5'10" is like the average male in America, right? In height, you can look it up. And a lot of those men, especially men that's way under 6 feet, it's men that's 5 foot even. It's men that's 5'2", 5'4", 5'5". It's men that's 5'7", 5'6", and they feel like, I'm a short king. I'm a little shorty. This woman is bigger than me. She taller than me. How can I protect this woman and she towering over me? And don't let that woman put no heels on. If that woman put heels on, she looking over the top of your head. Like, little boy, like, how you gonna protect me? Like, so a lot of men, they don't like the fact that, women are their height, because sometimes you as a woman, you the same height as him, you put on heels, you over him. Or you are a lot taller than him. Maybe you're a taller woman. Maybe you're, 5'10", or 5, or maybe like just 5'7", 5'8", something like that. Or maybe you're a woman that's 6 foot, and it's a lot of men gonna be intimidated. Like, wow, I can't even stand next to you, because now it look awkward, because now, it looked like I can't protect you, basically. And a lot of women are turned off by men that's shorter than them. Or, it's a lot of women that would never date a man that's shorter than them, or significantly shorter, or even they same height. It's some women that say, I can't even date a man that's my same height, or less, or especially not less than. So a lot of men, they say, man, I can't. It's a lot of women that's disqualified, and then not even just that, just women's standards, that 6 foot mark as a whole. A lot of men, they hear 6 foot, 6 foot, 6 foot all the time. All the men that's under 6 feet, they automatically feel like, I'm not worthy to have a woman. A woman ain't even looking my way. She don't even want me. I can't attract no women because I'm not tall enough, And if I'm not tall enough, then I can't protect her. She won't feel safe with me, And then other men, let's say other men try to holler at at his girl, and the other men they gonna look at him like, man, move this little pipsqueak out the way. What's up? Hey, little mama, how you doing? This your boyfriend right here? He a little pipsqueak. Move him out the way. He a little shorty. Move him out the way. Hey, how you doing? You know? So it's almost like, how can he stand up to another man if another man is way taller than him and you way taller than your own man? It's like it's like, you can't even have no protection. Even though, the short man could know, some jiu-jitsu or something, or some taekwondo, karate or whatever, he can know how to box or whatever really well. But the perception of it is that, the shorter man cannot protect the taller woman. So a lot of men, they feel like, I'm not worthy to have a woman, period, or a tall woman, and it's really messing with their self-esteem and their masculinity and their ego, because that's something that they feel like, hey, I can't control my height. I can't control how tall I am. And all women want a man that's over 6 feet, and I'm not over 6 feet. So I'm supposed to just be by myself, right? So they mad and they're angry and they bitter at the fact that women's standards have risen, right? So that's just what it is. When it comes to height is a big thing when it comes to men. And some men, they don't even date women that's taller than them for that reason. They feel like women that's taller than them gonna literally look down on them, and like metaphorically, look down on that man. Like, you're not good enough. Like, I'm with this little man. Like, you so small. So you just gotta be careful about dating men, because and then some men, they got short man syndrome. Since they shorter than you, they got that type of Napoleon complex. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the Napoleon complex, like a small short man. He feel like he always got something to prove. He says, since I'm short and I'm little, I got something to prove. I'm gonna show you how big I am, how strong I am. I'm gonna show you how aggressive and masculine I am. So then he start being real toxic to you to try to show off how tough he is, but it's really a cover up, because he's really insecure, because he really don't think he's tough because he's short, right? So he tries to overexert his masculinity, but he's not really that guy. He's not really tough, but he want to feel like he is, even though his stature isn't that, isn't up to par, right? So that's just what it come down to. So be careful about dating men that's shorter than you, because a lot of them men, they gonna try to humble you. They gonna try to, have some type of power and control over you, or try to make you feel like you less of a woman, because they really feel like they're less of a man to talk to you. So they're gonna try to hurt your feelings and bring down your self-esteem, because they self-esteem so low, so that you won't think that you're better than them, because he felt like you are better than him. So that's number two. So number three, the third reason why men might be intimidated by you, number three, is you are not a pushover and you're not easily manipulated. So you as a woman, you ain't no pushover. You not no weak woman. You not desperate for a man. You not just gonna sit down, be quiet, and do whatever a man say. You gonna question that man. You gonna say, why? For what? No, I'm not doing it. It's not happening. You can't tell me what to do. You can't just snap your fingers and clap your hands like I'm a dog and tell me come here and do this and do that and rip out. No, I'm not doing it. Or you can't have me bend over backwards and cook and clean for you. It's not happening. You can't just expect all these privileges and benefits from me, especially to a man that don't even deserve it, or just a demanding man that just won't, again, power, control, and dominance over you to be able to tell you what to do. It's a lot of women not going for it, and just aside from the money, this ain't even about the money, even though the money influences women to be strong, to say no, to be able to, distance themselves from a man, or not even pay a man no attention when he talking. But aside from that, a lot of women, their self-esteem and their self-respect is so high. They love themselves so much that they not just gonna go for anything. They gonna question a man's authority. They gonna question a man's leadership. They gonna make sure that this man, you ain't just finna lead me down a empty road somewhere. No, where we going? What we doing? I don't like that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to eat there. I don't want to do this, And men don't like that. Men absolutely hate a woman that is not cooperative, that don't just sit down, be quiet, and do whatever he's saying. A lot of men are intimidated by women that don't listen, that they cannot control, A man will try to control you. He'll try to control the places you go. He'll try to control the people that you talk to. He'll try to control the outfits that you wear. He'll try to control every aspect of your life to tell you what to do, so he has power and he can build up his ego and his self-esteem to know that, hey, I got my own personal servant at my doorstep willing to do anything for me. And if I tell her jump, she gonna jump. She my own personal secretary. She my assistant. I'm gonna tell her what to do and she gonna do it, right? That's all a lot of men look at you as, just their assistant. They don't look at you like a partner. They look at you like, hey, you just my employee. I'm the boss. You're the employee. I do whatever. You got to do whatever I say. And if you don't, then I'm going to go. I'm going to leave you, or you do whatever I say, or else, I'm going to hurt you or do something to you, right? So a lot of women, they say, no, I'm not going for it. No. There's a lot of women saying no to a man. No, you can't benefit off me. No, I'm not finna pay for this. No, I'm not finna let you move in my house rent free. No, you can't drive my car. No, you can't have no money. No, you can't tell me what to do. No, you can't cuss me out. No, there's a lot of women standing up for themselves. They got boundaries. They got, a lot of standards and qualifications and requirements of how they want to be treated or need to be treated. And if a man can't measure up, then she won't even look his way. A lot of men don't like women that stand up for themselves. Women that will check a man, that will voice their opinion, that will, again, question his authority. That's not just going to just do anything he say just because he just said it and he a man. She gonna think and use her own brain. And a lot of men don't like women that think for themselves, that move how they want to move, or wear what they want to wear, or do what they want to do without a man's permission. A lot of these men, they want so much power over you. They want you to basically ask them for permission to live your life, to do what you want to do, to be the best type of woman that you want to be. They want to be able to control whatever aspect of your life, so it raises their ego and their masculinity, and it makes them feel like they're a boss over somebody, right? And they got some type of power. It's all about power, So you got to be very careful about these men that they don't want you to speak up for yourself, for themselves. A lot of women might have been scared back in the day to speak up for themselves, but nowadays it's so many women, they not scared. They gonna tell a man exactly how they feel, and they gonna say no, it's not happening. This is how I need to be treated. These are my requirements. These are my boundaries. A lot of men don't like boundaries. Boundaries is a bad word for a lot of men because that means I can't manipulate you. I can't use you. I can't benefit off of you because you're not easily manipulated. I can't just get into your mind and control you like a little puppet on the strings no more, right? So, hey, a lot of men, they're intimidated by women they cannot control or women that stand up for themselves that's not gonna allow a man to cheat on them or lie to them or disrespect them or call them out their name or put hands on them. She not going for it. And men have lost their power. They lost their power financially over a woman to be able to dangle their money over a woman's head, and they lost their power just, you know, with a woman's self-worth and self-love for herself. She loved herself more than she loved that man. But back in the day, or sometimes even today, with women with low self-esteem, they put a man's feelings over her own feelings, and they scared to challenge a man. So don't you ever be scared to challenge a man's authority or his judgment or his leadership over you. You need to know where this man trying to lead you. Everybody ain't no good leader. Not every man is a good leader. Most of these men are not good leaders, right? And even when you do find a good leader, you still, it still should be some things and some principles and boundaries that you need to stand on, that nobody should be able to move you off your point. If something don't feel right to you, don't let it slide. If something not cool with you, if you not happy with the way things are going, you need to be able to open your mouth and tell that man exactly how you feel. If don't nothing change, you gotta kick him to the curb. Okay, so that's number 3. So number 4, the fourth reason why a man just might be intimidated by you. Number 4 is you have other options that want you. So it's a lot of men, they have a fear of competition. They got that competition anxiety. They're afraid that the next man is better than them. They're scared of all the attention that you get. Maybe you get a lot of attention in person. Men try to holler at you everywhere you go. It's different men staring at you, looking at you, want to holler at you, asking for your number, trying to talk to you and stuff. Maybe you on social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, TikTok, whatever, and it's men in your comments that's like, wow, you so fine, you beautiful. They liking all your pictures and commenting, and they DMing you or they're inboxing you, they're messaging you, right? And it's a lot of men that they're intimidated by the access to attention that you get from a lot of those men out there, because those men know that, hey, some of them other guys are more handsome than me, taller than me, got more money than me. Some of those men are more appealing, could be more appealing to a woman than him, and which makes him feel like, again, he not good enough. It terrifies him and makes him scared. There's some men that when they find out you get a lot of attention, they say, I can't talk to her. She out of my league. I'm not about to be competing with the next guy to outdo the next guy. He can have her. He got more money than me. I can't afford her. He got more money than me. He can have her. Or he more handsome. She want a woman. She want a man that's 6 foot, whatever. Hey, I can't do nothing with that. I'm not that tall, or I don't got as much money, or whatever as the next guy. So he might even see the type of men. You might have athletes, ball players. You might have music artists, rappers, singers. You might have local celebrities or just celebrities in general that might be inboxing you, trying to talk to you, might like your picture. He say, why Chris Brown liking my girl picture? Why why Tom Brady liking my girl picture? I don't know. Whoever. Why LeBron James liking my girl picture? You know? So he looking like, why? What is Drake doing in my girl inbox? You know? So it's a lot of men, they are terrified at the fact that women have access to men that's better than them. And at any given moment, he know this woman so fine, she's so beautiful, she looks so good, her booty so big, she's so talented and successful. She can have any man she want. Why would she want me? What she want me for? It's no reason why she would look my way. So he automatically gonna disqualify himself out the race. It's some men, they scared to race and compete for the next man because they automatically feel like they not good enough. And you know, they're afraid to even approach you. They might look at you and say, this woman too expensive. I know she can have any man she want. I'm not even going to try to get her number. Or even if he do start talking to you, he just afraid that you might be dating somebody better than him, or talking to somebody better than him, texting somebody better than him, or at any given moment, another man that's taller, richer, or more handsome than him could just take you away, snatch you away, sweep you off your feet, and you ride off in the sunset on a horse, you know, without him. And he like, man, I could lose my girl to a big baller. So why even try? Why even compete? Why compete where I can't compare, right? So you just gotta be careful about dating a lot of men that they jealous. They're jealous of the attention, because also they compare the amount of attention that you get to the amount of attention that they don't get from women, right? Maybe you get 100 DMs a day. You get so many you get 2,000 likes on a picture. He might get 20 likes on a picture, you know? And he felt like, wow, like this woman gets so much attention. All the men love her, but all the women, all the girls, they not all on me like that. Or, you know, I got a couple little girls here and there, but it's not like how this woman, she got options, and he might not have a lot of options, but he want you. He want you to be that option. But hey, he ain't got nothing else to fall back on, or nobody better. But you always got somebody better, right? Or even if y'all get into a relationship, he know that, again, at any given moment, you could find you another man better than him. But he know in his mind, I might not be able to attract a woman better than you, which also makes him feel like he's less of a man, right? And all that. So that's number 4. So number 5, the fifth and last and final reason why a man just might be intimidated by you. Number 5 is men are intimidated by women who are willing to walk away when they're not treated right. So men are terrified, scared, angry, and bitter at women that will leave. It's a lot of women that they not playing no games. They will cut a man off, block him, delete him out her phone, out her life, out her memory. If he act up one time, the first time that man start tripping with her, she said, oh no, brother, I'm going the opposite way. I'm running in the next direction. You know, I'm going to the next exit, because I'm not finna allow you to treat me that way. You not finna talk to me crazy. You not finna be entertaining no other women on me, or you not finna be, you know, lying to me, or you not finna be, you know, putting hands on me, or you not finna be hurting my feelings or offending me or disrespecting me altogether at all. So you know what, Mr. Man? Block, delete, and who, you know, you forget that man's name. You about forgot who he was. He a distant memory, right? You not desperate. You not thirsty. Like you could break up with a man and you not even tripping over. You'd be like, all right, bye. My life's still gonna be the same. I don't need you. I got my own everything, and I can attract men better than you. I don't care about losing you. Men do not like the fact that you're willing to walk away. Men want power, control, and dominance. So they want you to always stay. They expect you to stay through their mistreatment, through their toxicity. They want you to stay and accept their flaws and accept defeat. They want you to accept whatever they give to you, the bare minimum, the scraps. They don't want you to have standards. They want to be able to do whatever they want to do without any consequences. But you as a woman, nah, you say, nah, brother, it's consequences behind everything you do. When you get to acting up or you get to tripping, you will never hear from me again. It's some women so strict. Again, the first time that man get to acting up, she out the door. She will block that man. It ain't even no contact. You know, no contact is usually temporary. But nah, she just walk away completely for good, forever. She don't care how many times this man try to come back. I miss you. I'm sorry. I messed up. I'll do better this time. She don't even hear him. She not even listening. She not even gonna hear him out. He just blocked. No matter how many times he calls from private numbers or write you from a fake Instagram page or try to get in touch with your family and friends and stuff. It don't matter. He cannot never have access to you because you love yourself so much that you're not going to let nobody play with you. You're not going to let nobody mistreat you because you're not going to mistreat yourself, and you got high self-esteem and high standards. So any men that don't reach your requirements, they got to go. And you know that. You're not afraid to cut a man off. You're not afraid to block him. You'll block a man in a heartbeat. As soon as that man sneezes the wrong way, block. As soon as that man start looking elsewhere, other women, you blocking him on everything because you're not playing no games. So it's a lot of men, they walking on eggshells. They tiptoeing. They afraid and terrified to make a wrong move because you might just leave. And women will leave because, A, they got their own money to leave. They can afford to leave. You know, a woman, you know, she can afford to just leave. Back in the day, if your man cheated on you, you just had to sit there and allow him to cheat on you because where was you going to go? What was you going to do without him? You couldn't afford to leave without him. Now, women got their own money. They say, bye. I get my own place to stay. I don't need to be here. You know, and they got self-esteem and self-respect for themselves, even without the money. They say, I'm not even gonna be here. I'll go stay with a family member or go back to my mama's house before I let a man disrespect me. You know? So it's a lot of men that they're intimidated by women that are able to walk away, that have standards, that love themselves, and that don't tolerate disrespect. Men want to be able to have their way. They want you to cooperate. They want you to be quiet. They don't want you to say nothing. They don't want you to have no opinion. They don't want you to challenge them. They don't want you to leave. They want you to stay. While I go mess around, I can go have sex with all the hoochie mamas and hood rats and all the groupie women and the chicken heads. And guess what? I can come right back to you. And you supposed to sit there and take me back every time. I'll go have sex with a woman, and I can come back home and have sex with you, and you supposed to be okay with it. You know, I can go spend money on another woman, and I can go still have you. You know, I can go do what I want to do, and you still supposed to be there. But no, you know, it's a lot of women, they not going for that nowadays. You know, because they know better. They know not to let no man mistreat them. They know that it's a better man. I ain't gotta be here. You know, women know I can get a better man than you. I can find a better man than you easily. And at some point, any man is better than him. That toxic man that you dating, you know, pretty much any man would treat you way better than him, depending on how bad that man treats you. So you'll leave in a heartbeat. And a lot of men don't like that. They want you to be able to sit down, be quiet, and do whatever they say, right? So, ladies, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my top 5 reasons why men are intimidated by you and are intimidated by women nowadays altogether in general. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification for me, and I'm out of here. So, to the next video.